What did I see? First up, interesting thought. We are in an election phase. Do prices go up more under Liberal or Labor government? Age-old question. And of course, I don't want to get political here, but the good news is it doesn't really matter too much because property goes in cycles and it really depends who's in government. Sure, there's some policies that can affect it. You know, we all know what happened 3 years ago when Labor was suggesting getting rid of negative gearing. That obviously pulled the entire market back. Some of those shocks do occur. I think the stats say that generally it's gone up slightly more under Liberal governments. But I think really it's more important that you focus on your own strategy and that can make the biggest difference to whether that home goes up or down in value for you. Homeowners at risk of overcapitalising on renovations as property prices peak and plateau. What does all that mean? Well, you've got to remember that if you were relying on prices continually going up, that's not going to happen forever. So you've really got to think about the renovation you're doing and make sure it's adding value and at the appropriate level for the market, the location, and the type of dwelling that you've got. And don't forget, building prices are skyrocketing at the moment as well. Rent increases, unprecedented. We're going to be talking all about that in a moment. Property sellers remain confident around Australia despite forecasts of softer conditions. Still plenty of listings, still plenty of people out there buying and selling. And lastly, sky-high prices push potential home buyers to borrow to the max. So we've seen that all around the countryside, that people are pushing themselves to their limits so they can actually get their foot on the ladder. I think that's important, but don't forget, you need to stay within your means. Okay, that's it. Time is up. I'm not going to jump into the auction stats because there are none really because of this Easter long weekend. Everything goes very quiet and it is somewhat less than meaningful. I do want to just quickly mention, which I think I missed last week, realestate.com put out their updated sales stats here. This is how many properties actually sold week on week. The light blue turquoise line is this year. You can still see it's tracking very strongly. So there is still a huge amount in terms of volume of sales going through. And I expect that still to be pretty strong over the rest of the year.